learn astrology online. Nowadays, everything is happening virtually. Earlier, people used to go to schools, colleges, institutions to learn a subject or to become educated in formal way. Now, everything is happening through net. Majority of the learning process or all other activities related to daily life, many aspects of life. So now, what it covers, what the course covers. There are many aspects of astrology, but to be precise and succinct, extensively anybody can study the subject because there are so many books. But to gain a hold of the subject, later on one can expand his vision and purview. But to have a grip, to gain a right understanding of the subject, I have decided to have 12 points, that is 12 aspects or 12 factors for us to know. 1. Nakshatras. What are nakshatras? Are their qualities? Are their properties? Nakshatras lords. Is there any special aspect of a nakshatra? Characteristics of nakshatra. This is point number 1 or study number 1. Number 2, Rashis. Rashis means Aries to Pisces. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So Rashis, Rashi lords, their characteristics. Rashi lords are different. Rashis are different. Rashis are houses and the planets are Rashi lords. So the characteristics of Rashis, how they function. If they become different houses depending on the lagna. We will know about these things. 3. Planets. The grahas are planets. How they work, what are their characteristics, what are their jurisdictions, how they behave, how their balas are calculated, or what are the areas they govern. We will cover those aspects under planets. 5. Yogas and avyogas. Yogas means when two planets join, there comes into existence a yoga. This yoga can be progressive or digressive. Digressive yoga is called avyoga, that is which takes one to lower state of life. Yoga generally means yoga, which takes a person to higher levels of life, actually. 6. Transit of planets. Transit of planets is the planets moving through Rashis and giving certain results from the Rashi of moon at birth. This is called Gochara. Gochara or Grahachara. Their results. Then comes the dictums, rules given by rishis, and there are exceptions to rules at sometimes pertaining to some yogas. So what are the yogas and what are the rules for the yogas, and whether there are exceptions or there are nullifying factors for these yogas, that you come to know in exceptions to rules. Number 8. Number 8 is interpretation of a chart. See, knowing about nakshatras, rashis, rashi lords and their qualities, their characteristics, how they behave in different rashis while forming different yogas, aspects, conjunctions, positions, whether friends, enemies, neutrals. So many variations, so many combinations happen in a chart. So how to interpret the positions of these planets in a chart? It has to be gained. The skill has to be gained through application of the astrological principles. How to see a chart, we will discuss. Making a chart for time of birth. See, with all these things, one thing is a person or a boy or a child is born at a given moment. So for that moment, how the planetary alignment is calculated or put in proper portions. That is called chart or kundali. Janma kundali. The time taken at the epoch is called time of birth. Time of birth, place of birth, date of birth, taken into consideration for casting a horoscope. Number 10. Why yogas work and why yogas do not work. This we will discuss, because sometimes people think there are yogas in our chart, so the life will be good. But sometimes it will not be so. Sometimes people think there are not any yogas, so the life may not be flourishing. But sometimes vice versa happens. So we will learn or know how these are varying in different positions and in different charts. 11. Necessity of knowing astrology. Why should one know astrology? This is the beautiful point. See, in everything, in doing a thing, tools are used. Suppose you have to build a coach, railway coach. So many tools are used to build that coach. If a bus building is there, so many tools are used for building the bus. Airplane, to make a plane, so many tools are used. Similarly, in business also there can be many tools. In life, there are so many tools. Tools can be law, accountancy, or mathematics, or statistics, or engineering, or carpentry, or blacksmithing. See, so many tools are there. Tools are instruments used to gain knowledge or to do a particular thing in a certain way. To know meteorology department uses some instruments to foresee rain, whether there will be rain or not, whether the sun will be shining today more or not, whether there will be clouds or not, whether it will be sunshine or not. So every aspect of life is having its own tools. Similarly, for man to understand his life, astrology is a tool. There is nothing wrong in applying a tool for certain purpose. So for astrology, how and why and what is the necessity, we will discuss, we will know, we will learn. And number 12, astrology, how astrology works, why it fails. This is very important. Sometimes people say he is not good, the astrology is not a science, astrologer is not good, I began to do wrong astrologer. So many things are said. There can be truth in them, their criticism or their questioning the validity of the science or the veracity of any astrologer. There may be questioned, but with the right understanding only one can question. Without understanding, questioning won't produce anything. So first we should have something knowledge about the fundamentals of astrology before one comes forward to question about something related to that subject. So the 12th is how astrology works and why it fails. See, these 12 point formula or course content is to cover the gist of astrology. After going through these factors, one gains considerable amount of understanding to see through a chart, to see through the yogas, to see through the avayogas, to interpret the combinations, to have a sizable amount of insight into various aspects of life. So for learning, you may contact Nagaditya Sharma, K. Nagaditya Sharma, phone number 830-99-45808. For further details, you may contact through phone or in person. Welcome to the science of astrology